Recording in progress.
Hey, Swab.
Yeah.
It's not tournament season right now, and I didn't realize this until we started getting this stuff together for this next couple of shows, but it's PLE season and pay-per-view season.
You know
what that
out here putting on pay-per-views?
We got three you know who ain't gonna wins in a row. Let's kick it off with this one.
Hey.
You know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. Let's say that bitch again. I know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. We say that bitch again. One, two, three. Get your
Said I won.
1, 2, 3. Get the on. 1, 2, 3. Get your
Said I won.
1, 2, 3. Get the
Gone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you want to try something, we gonna do it to death, as James Brown would say. Welcome to the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast infused with hip hop. I am Wood.
You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
Last time I
I'm sticking
checked.
to my guns until we get everything the way we want it. You will not get the elaborate rollout. It just ain't happening.
I'm here for that. That I totally agree with you. Where the game goes, the game goes, and it's a whole lot of gang stuff.
Whole lot of gang stuff. So if we're presenting ourselves to you in a little bit of a different light, it has nothing to do with the lighting. Has a lot to do with the fact that we're experimenting with different platforms and possibly a more
Family friendly,
audience inclusive type situation is what we're striving for. The advertising is extremely affected in the instances where we don't compose ourselves.
Rainbow Company with 2 O's and 2 G's. You did us dirty. Here's how we come back for you. We play the game the way you don't expect us to play it. Here we are. See us, love us. Swab, we have AEW All In, All Out, and WWE Payback all coming up within the next 7-8 days.
Better get your mind right and your paper together. Because they're going to be asking for it.
We've been talking about putting it in Wembley for about a year now. And this Sunday...
It ain't been that long.
Oh, well, just...
It feels
like it. Yeah, it does feel like it. Child. All In is going to be in Wembley Stadium this Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry, this Saturday? Sunday afternoon in the United States. 11 a.m. start time on the East Coast, I believe, is the 0 hour. And that's going to be on August the 27th. Yeah, my Lord.
Yeah, my Lord.
I said, yeah, my Lord.
Yeah, my Lord.
20 and 20. Tree.
Wiggle wee, convenient, bring me your dinner bucket.
Tell me mine, as Suave would say. Let the church say.
Hey, man.
Let's run down the card, shall we, sir?
Run it.
So this card has had numerous changes, additions, subtractions.
Almost make you wish they didn't announce any matches, because now, how is it? Okay, you've driven way more in your life than I have.
Oh boy. And
I've logged a lot of miles. But have you ever had a blowout a block from the house?
Close. In my Texas days, I had a blowout approximately 8 exits from my house and didn't even know it was about to happen.
No, this is like the equivalent of blowout at your Texas residence, but right before you go around the curve to make the right.
Yeah.
Onto your street.
I've fallen asleep there before.
Jeez, bro, take it easy.
Not even non-sober, not even inebriated, just straight sleepy. Just
Fam.
been there, yeah.
Chill. Okay, never mind. No more story time, baby. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move on. I was just saying that this show, the wheels are starting to come off. We're not even in Wembley. We're not even in Wembley yet.
Nah.
And we got wheels falling off. We got passengers hanging out the window.
Wiggle wheel convene. Wait, that doesn't go like that.
Look like the law finna roll somebody. It's rough.
Nah. We ain't doing none of that there. None of that there, sir.
It's rough.
All right.
Please continue with the card.
All right. For the ROH World Tag Team Championship on the 0 hour, we have Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher versus the holder of the Triple B, the Big Burberry belt, AEW World Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, and Adam Cole, baby. Yes, this is an actual match. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Cole and MJF.
You know what? I don't want to be right. I'm with you. Cole and MJF, there's no way in hell that they win this match just to go and main event all in front of 80,000 people. Go ahead.
Here's the thing.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Oh,
Here's the thing.
So if you kind of look at the story arc and where this is going, and if you saw the episode of Dynamite where Renee Moxley Good had her sit down interview with Adam Cole, and in the video package they were showing times where Adam Cole was looking a little untrustworthy as a friend. I feel like the turn is coming, and I truly feel like the turn is coming with a reuniting of Cole with some of his Ring of Honor buddies. I do not know Kyle O'Reilly's status at all. Don't have any inside intel on that. Just have what we've read online, which says he's nowhere near ready to come back, which probably means he's already in. He might already be in London. But the way I see this playing out is that it starts with the buy-in, which I'm not really sure why you do this on the buy-in, but I can tell you Adam why. Cole gets attacked. Easy answer. Yeah. It's a Ring of Honor belt on an AEW show. It'd be different if this was like Death Before Dishonor or something like that, or nah. But you almost main evented Forbidden Door with a belt that doesn't belong to you, and the ROH titles actually belong to you. I'm trying to help you check for them. I'm trying to help you make it make sense. Either way, what I'm saying is the Cole gang is going to end up jumping Adam, so that's why he's not involved as much in the tag matches maybe you would like him to be. So MJF ends up going it alone on some babyface against all odds thing. Of course, I don't see how you end up having the world champion take a pin in a prelim show. That's the only part of this that doesn't make sense for me yet. All of my true world champions know this is the realest match I ever spoke against all odds. I don't see Max taking a fall to Aussie Open. That's the only part of this that doesn't make sense for me. And you can't make Adam Cole stronger by having him take a pin to Aussie Open. You actually can if at the end of the night he's turning on Max to become world champion. If we go back to Adam Cole we all know and love. But do you really want Max to be that face? I never want Max to be face. I want to hate him so that I can like him more. What I do feel like is that once this betrayal happens to Max, the whole devil character is going to go to a new level, and he's going to become unbearable. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm looking forward to. The CM Punk swerve was like a good precursor. Same thing with Regal. So what I do kind of like about this though is you're going to be able to turn Max face, and he's not going to have to change who he is. So that he's our scumbag and the whole devil thing. It's just about who the venom is aimed at. Okay.
But
the thing is, if we're gonna change the titles, the other thing I don't like is that we haven't addressed the issue with CM Punk before you crown a new champion.
That is
unfinished business, dirty laundry.
So we'll come to that later in the show because there's a match on the card that kind of helps with where I want to go with that one. Fast forwarding on, as the show starts, historically, somewhere in match 1 or 2, we have a World Tag Team Championship match, and I would anticipate that this will probably be no different. For the AEW World Tag Team Champions, this is actually the show now. We have FTR, Dax and Cash versus the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt.
Hashtag strap for cash.
Strap for cash, bruh. Before we determine who ain't gonna win this one, Uncle Dax energy happened to invade Cash Wheeler, in July, as he decided to brandish a weapon in a road rage incident, allegedly. Let's not cast aspersions on Cash Wheeler and any of his conduct until it has been vetted and properly processed in a court of law. What we do know is that he has been arrested and released. He was at AEW Dynamite this past week. He will be in London for All In, and that there has been no punishment handed out to him that we know of.
What you gonna punish me for?
All that to say, or ask, Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Okay. So everything about this says FTR ain't gonna win.
It does.
Everything.
It does.
Everything about this says FTR ain't gonna win. That's not the choice I'm making. Look, if I'm gonna take this L, I'm gonna take an L standing on what I stand on. The Young Bucks ain't gonna win.
The booking remains the same. There will be no punishment until a decision is made in the court of law. Young Bucks, you will not win this match. The greatest tag team in the world will be listed as FTR when this one's said and done. Wait, there we go. That's better. That's what I want.
So, I got a statement and a question.
Yes.
First the statement. If by some stroke of miracle FTR does not win and the Young Bucks go over, I guarantee you there will be receipts from this transaction. Guarantee it.
Southern Boys, the City Boys? Yeah, Southern Boys going to be up 1. Go ahead.
Then, okay, look, the statement was so strong, I damn near forgot the question. But yeah. We don't even need a question. Just know, if FTR doesn't win, I guarantee you there will be receipts from this transaction. Whether they're immediate receipts or they are forthcoming receipts.
You may pay now, you may pay later, but you're going to pay.
Hit the cash button. They'll be mine.
For the AEW Women's Championship, your champion Hikaru Shida versus Toni Storm versus Saraya versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Swab, who ain't gonna win?
Anybody not named Britt Baker.
It's overdue, bruh. She's got to get her belt back. It's all we need to say. That's all we need to say. She has sat back long enough and watched this women's division become a shell of its former self, where you had to go back and give a redemption story to the person who carried the company through a freaking pandemic.
It's kind of a shame. Like, Toni Storm is doing some great work right now.
Great work.
Character work. She's doing some fantastic stuff. Yeah, who's the biggest personality in the match?
The biggest personality is going to be a tie between Britt Baker and Saraya.
Who's the most marketable?
Definitely Britt Baker.
Who's got the most miles left on their tires?
Ooh, that's a toss-up, to be honest with you. I think Toni Storm has a lot more miles on her tires than people are leading us to believe. Even though she's probably got the most. No, actually, she's got the most tread from anybody in the match.
You're 100. You might be 100% right about that. However, when you answer the question about who has the biggest personality, you already eliminated Toni Storm. We're trying to sell. We're trying to sell stuff. Shirts.
Trying to sell shirts.
Shirts. Funko Pops. We trying to sell tickets. We trying to sell
foam teeth.
All of it. And eventually we're gonna sell some ice cream bars if somebody get their mind right.
I really don't want to think about this, but what can you sell from Saraya?
That's not a question I'm prepared to answer.
Moving on to our next match.
At least not prepared to answer and then like have our advertising pulled. So chill.
Yeah. Moving on to our next match, we have.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
This is a tag team coffin match. As it sits right now, we have YFN Darby Allin, and Sting.
Right.
Versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage. Tag team coffin match. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
They finna bury Swerve again.
Here's the issue with this. Not only are you right, but you let the cat out.
The issue is that this is happening to begin with. Why? Why are we here?
You let the cat out the bag that Sting not only is having the run of his career, wink, wink, but the fact that he is undefeated in his time in the ring at AEW.
He ain't gonna start losing now.
He ain't gonna start losing now when at the end of this year, it's rumored that he's gonna hang it up for good.
Look. If you've been listening, which we know you have, and we appreciate you, I've already said his last match and the person who should get the rub for the entire culmination of AEW Sting is Darby Allin. So that's where I am with that 100%. This particular match that's going on here.
So what?
It was never my choice because, like I said, you had a situation where you had built up this narrative that Chris Jericho and Sting had never gone one-on-one. Why would you not do that in front of 80,000 people if this is truly the final lap? Shout out to 50 Cent Busta Rhymes' final lap tour.
Oh, man. The Instagrams with those two are hilarious.
Man, the chain too big. He ain't got no friends. Ain't nobody telling. Hilarious. I'm kind of salty that I'm not going.
Yeah, that's he gonna bring out the classics for that one.
Life be life and it's trash.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with Swerve, man. To be honest with you, like
floundering, doing great character work. He's cleaned up his act. He's put on weight. Pause. His presentation is inclining to where it should be, but besides Prince Nana. The cast of characters they keep surrounding him with look like goofballs.
I'm really glad the Mogul affiliates disbanded. AR Fox
and it's supposed to look like something. Like get him 2 big security guards that can stay upright, stay mobile, stay employed, and stay healthy.
AR Fox may be the greatest creative wrestler to put on a pair of cargo pants in the history of professional wrestling. He's a human creative wrestler. That's nothing special. Anybody can do it. You had 1 million games sold, 500,000 got a person that looks like AR Fox on their team whose name is not even AR Fox.
So here's the difference between maybe what goes on at AEW and other places. If there was going to be a turn of some sorts from AR Fox, they would have had he'd had a new look, new gear, new everything to fit the new role.
All he did was get a face mask.
That's it. He bought a Pooh Shiesty. He started wearing a Shiesty to the ring, and that was the only thing that changed. So in the eyes of the viewer, you had no reason to take him seriously in this new role. He's just the same guy that was on Dark who's doing this now.
Who got fired unceremoniously by Prince Nana because...
And that's the other part. You did not give this any sort of time. You did not you cut him loose entirely too quick. So now it makes AR Fox look goofy. It makes Darby Allin look stupid for reconciling.
Makes Nick Wayne look like a freaking hero.
And then it makes Swerve look like a moron because he can't pick proper help.
Ever. Keith Lee, the two Clowns from Mogul affiliates. We ain't seen Rick Ross since they got unceremoniously axed.
That's what we need.
And now AR Fox.
Because we don't deal with accusations.
Oh, man.
That's who we need back on television.
We don't deal or put up with accusations, and most definitely not false accusations.
Rose.
That's who we need back on television. We need Mo Ross. We need Mo Cowbell. we need less new members. More Ross. More cowbell, and we also need to swerve when we drive.
Hashtag lemon pepper. All right. For the actually, this is not even for the championships. This is going to be the for a 6-man or a trios title or a trios match rather. The Golden Elite, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page versus Konosuke Takeshita and Juice Robinson and Jay White. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Gin Juice and Take a Shot.
Here is where I disagree with you.
Okay.
I don't think the Golden Elite gonna win.
What's the name of this show?
You know who ain't gonna win?
No, not this show. The show we're gonna watch.
The Broken Pencil Booking Company.
Don't do this. What is the name of the pay-per-view that we're going to be watching when this match happens?
Now you gotta be specific about things.
Obviously, I'm dealing with a child.
All in.
Started by
the Elite. And
who in the Elite?
At the time, it was Cody and Nick and Matt.
Keep going.
And Kenny.
Keep going.
Kanos.
Keep going.
Jericho.
Nah, he wasn't in the Elite, but still, yeah.
You
went far enough. I was trying to get you to Hangman Page. Look. I said what I said about FTR, and I'm willing to be wrong.
But
just because I'm standing on what I'm standing on. But I don't see a real situation where, unless there are politic games being played, that any member of the Elite takes an L this weekend.
Wow.
Cause what for? For what? For why?
I see 2 losses, and actually we just called one. We called one earlier.
Which one?
Dax and Cash.
I just told you. I said what I said about FTR, and I'm willing to be wrong because I'm standing on what I'm standing on.
Yeah.
But I do not necessarily believe that anybody that is involved in the inner workings of the Elite is taking an L this weekend.
I think that they can get away with this one because in a week they got another one.
And okay, all right. I'll play this game with you. Where is All Out?
Chicago.
What's the capacity of the venue they're in?
I believe, and I can do the Googles on it real quick. I believe it's 8,000.
8?
I'm about to double check.
That's it? Check it.
It's in Hoffman. They're going to the United Center. Oh,
mm-hmm. I was going to say it's $20K.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they still going to Hoffman Estates. Now this is going to be in the United Center. We're talking like 18,000.
Okay, round it up, make it 20.
Let me get you a total here. Give me. Oh, which has been based in Chicago since 2007 with a near capacity of 21,000, the largest arena by capacity in the NBA, and the second largest arena by capacity in the NHL, which has a seating capacity for 23,500 for concerts.
So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say we're not going to do the whole numbers comparison thing because I'm about sick of that from y'all. With this numbers thing, capacity 23 in a concert, that's roughly what a wrestling event would look like. Let's call it an even 20 just for the sake of conversation. 20,000 people could see me take an L or whatever because it's a week later, or I could win in front of 80. Which one you think I'm picking?
Yeah.
We just signed new deals. We got brand new money. We EVPs. I ain't gotta do nothing.
Just me and my fancy car, put on my fancy clothes, and we only in the house. What you know, we got the bar. We got the bar.
TK money. TK money.
Jaguars.
So again, think about how we're pragmatic thinkers on this show.
Yes, we are.
So if you gave, okay, don't even include the elite. We're not going to put them in under any sort of microscope. If you gave you and I the opportunity to say, if you're going to take an L, would it be in front of 80,000 or in front of 20,000?
If I'm going to take an L, it's going to be in front of 20,000. If 80,000 is on the table. Definitely. If 80,000 is on the table, I'm taking it in front of 20.
The biggest show in AEW history, and by far on the internet, the most hyped show of all time, and being earmarked as the biggest paid attendance event in the history of pro wrestling.
Biggest paid attendance event in the history of pro wrestling. Remember that stat. When we come back to a real, a normal numbered BPBC show.
Yeah,
there's smoke with this one.
Yeah, we'll
roll it up and light this one.
Oh my God, we'll come back to that. But yes, the biggest show of all time. You think I want to take an L at the biggest show of all time with the ego I got?
Yeah, no.
Nah, I'm getting my hand raised. This is my company that has my click name in the title in front of 80,000 people.
On the anniversary of the show that kicked off the idea.
I'm gonna do my business.
On the anniversary of the show, they kicked off the idea for the company to even have the name that it has.
So what part of your thinking says that anybody from the elite is taking an L this weekend?
I don't know. The fact that the company was started on a $1 bet to Meltzer.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom. Next.
All right. 6 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. This is going to be a Stadium Stampede match. This match had no interest to me whatsoever until this past Dynamite. Eddie Kingpin, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, and Penta El Zero Miedo without Rey Fenix taking on the Bloodpool Combat Club of Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and the finally reunited returning Santana and Ortiz.
Hit the applause one time for Santana and Ortiz squashing their beef, getting back on the scene.
Whatever it took for that to happen, even if it's a professional agreement, you love to see it.
Usually all it takes is a fist fight, a cigar, and some beverages.
And hug it out.
Hug it out. Wings.
Wings.
Yeah, wings.
Wings do it all. They help everything. I'm with that.
Not gonna lie to you. You ever want to apologize to me or just, get us back on the same page, make things right? Wings.
And if you happen to go out on the limb and smoke your wings, make sure they're done all the way through, and B, that they're actually good.
I don't play about my wings.
I don't play about my smoke.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm never going to send you bogus cigars as a peace treaty. Never send me trash wings.
So noted. All right.
And forever the show shall reign.
215 episodes strong and growing.
You feel me? Oh, they hate it. We're not worried about it. Like, okay, you could have made the match we just talked about, Stadium Stampede, and I'd have been totally fine with it. Because, again, I don't understand why we're not getting Kenny versus Takeshita at this show.
Because there's a show in a week. So I think we probably get Sting and Jericho in Chicago.
I hope not.
I think we'll probably get Takeshita and Omega in Chicago. But this ain't that. This is Wembley. And outside of the fact that Claudio is going to be close to home, I think that the team of the Best Friends, Eddie Kingpin, Orange Cassidy, and Penta El Zero Miedo ain't going to win simply because of how they did. Poor Ray Phoenix. The way that he got pulled from this show.
Ray just trying to better himself. That's it.
That's it. And he's trying to make a better way for his family long term, and from the ills of lack of care from previous similar incidents within employees within this organization, he is yet another victim to the international paperwork game.
So, wise man once told me, rules are rules until you have money. And when you have money, rules are made to be broken. Know who that wise man was?
Was it Paul Heyman?
Me.
Oh.
I was the wise man, because I could have told you this long time before you even booked. If the man was trying to become a United States citizen, either you needed to grease some palms or not book the match to begin with. And we can't have All In without the Lucha Brothers. So who do you need to pay to make sure that this man can end up in Wembley and still continue his path to becoming a United States citizen? Or if you don't want to grease any palms, you don't want to do anything underhanded, tell Ray to wait. You can do whatever you want to at the top of next year. I need you available to travel internationally for the rest of 2023. I will financially make it worth your while. I need access to you to move as freely as humanly possible until this year is over.
The best characteristics and traits for superheroes, Suave, what are they?
For superheroes?
Abilities.
Yeah, superpower. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but what abilities?
What is it? It's availability and reliability and the ability to move at the speed of sound.
I sent you a text message earlier in the week about a story I saw in the news. How there was this couple that's supposed to be getting married in Italy this weekend. Same weekend as this pay-per-view. And all of their friends are already over there for the most part. The bride and the groom have yet to leave, as they were going to take out probably this past Thursday. But the dog ate the groom's passport. Suave. If you and I and our spouses are going out of the country and our passports gets eaten by a dog, who ain't going out the country?
None of us at that point.
So explain to me how a lawmaker sees or hears about this story, helps this man expedite his paperwork, has his passport come to him, and he's able to make the flight and trip over in time to appease the guests that have paid for all of their trips to go to this wedding, and for this man to become wedded to his by the time you hear this his bride.
You asked me how?
Yeah.
The lawmakers in the wedding party.
Not even. I believe we said it best earlier. Like, this whole situation reeks of money.
I was trying to find an explanation that didn't sound as corrupt as I knew the reality was. But yeah,
I don't know whose palm got greased, or even if it had to, if there was a connection there. But regardless, money is on the table here. Meanwhile,
phone call in a favor.
Ray Phoenix is just trying to make money, and he can't. Quite arguably the largest pay that he would have ever had, and now he gets no piece of it because he's trying to better himself.
Just goes to show you.
So who ain't gonna win is Ray Phoenix. The rest of this is elementary. Dang it.
I'll fix that one. That one's free. Just give me a timestamp. That one's free.
Bet. Oh man! All right.
I mean, it look.
It was bound.
Your heart was in the right place. It fit the emotion of the moment. It's just we're trying to better ourselves.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't get Ray Phoenix by doing this.
In the spirit,
I guarantee you guys, if this doesn't work, if we hit the same speed bump we hit with the last episode, guaranteed we going hard in the paint next time.
Oh, we going in. I'm getting names. I'm getting names, fam. And you can see my face. You'll understand that this is real. All right. As we move on. Oh, and in the spirit of Ray Phoenix, I'm not picking who ain't gonna win because we already lost to one person who we had a shot at this.
You realize that Blackpool Combat Club is going to Wembley, and there's no one remotely close to Blackpool who's going to be involved with this?
Well, a man who's from Blackpool, he won't be involved with this.
I'm saying you got a pre-tape.
And the man that's closest to Blackpool in the match is probably going to be Claudio, but even still, he don't count.
Nope. Swiss Superman doesn't count.
Yeah, he don't count. Yeah, I'm not even counting this match. You know, this is for Ray. Ray, no. Yeah, we don't win because you ain't in the match, Ray Phoenix. There's that. Next match on the card I have. Ooh, I call him Big Bruv. With Don Callis, Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho. Suave who ain't gonna win. I'm taking your silence as the comments that would have normally come out.
Trying to better myself. And
the show.
I'm gonna again. Okay, I'm standing on business. So Chris Jericho ain't gonna win. So look, I'm completely prepared to be wrong in this situation, but I'm standing on business. So for those of you out there who don't know what standing on business means, it means staying on your side, staying in your lane, regardless of what everything else around you says. There are certain things I don't do. And because of those things that I don't do, I'm going to have tunnel vision about who I choose. Will Ospreay should go over. Will Ospreay needs to go over. If what he said is true about his contract and 6 months from now, he absolutely needs to go over. And Chris Jericho would be more of an ally to Tony Khan and AEW for putting Will Ospreay over.
I got Jericho not getting. It doesn't get any easier than that, Suave. Big Bruv is in the building, and I really wish he would adopt the name. And you know where you heard it first. If you ever hear him refer to himself as Big Bruv, you know it came from us. That's it.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. That probably do need to go on a shirt. Sell me mine.
Put in the colors green, yellow, and black. Big Bruv,
please.
And do it in one style of font only. You ready for the font? Oh, English. For the Real World Championship.
Boy, 1992 Ric Flair just called.
The fact, this is what I was talking about earlier.
Woo.
First of all, CM Punk, your Real World Champion versus Samoa Joe. Great work, Samoa Joe, on Twisted Metal. Like that's that's epic. What that was, we'll talk about it on the next episode. But that's epic work you did there, Joe. CM Punk is I don't know where to put him. I don't know if we want to put him in the category of tribal chief, head of the table, WWE Grand Champion. This is your universal, or this is your daily acknowledgement for Roman Reigns. Or if we want to put him in the air of the participation trophy of Seth Rollins, because all he did was take the belt that he never lost, put an X over it, and call it the Real World Championship, and now it's an angle.
That's not a participation ribbon. They didn't make that up to prop you up. You had that when you left, and because they didn't give that situation closure, you left an opening.
Which is the second time you've done this in your career. It's the second time he's done this in his career. So I still recognize Maxwell Jacob Friedman as the world heavyweight champion.
I recognize that there's a great opportunity to make some money if we would all just chill and observe some couth when we're booking.
Let this breathe is all you have to do.
Nope, you got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You got 2 weeks. Now, I want to see the magic trick that's gonna get you out of the corner you have booked yourself into. Like, you have this hot angle going on with Adam Cole and MJF that has to culminate in one way or another. Something has to happen Sunday. But you also have another really hot bubbling angle that involves probably the most what's the word I'm looking for? The most polarizing figure in professional wrestling right now.
At home.
With a legitimate gripe.
At home.
At home in Chicago. I don't know how you guys out there watching the show would take this, but I know if you put the pencil in my hand, you put the pencil in this man's hand, that's your main event for All Out, because
let's get it over with. Let's solve the issue. Let's forget anything that's happened over the last year. Here's mine, here's yours. At the end of the night, one of us is walking out of here with both of them. We'll never see the other one ever again.
Because the law of averages just says you don't have another year to stretch this out. Someone could potentially get injured. It doesn't, and of course, knock on wood, we don't want anybody to ever get injured. It's just, that's not how we do things around here. But because of Punk's injury history since being in AEW, you have to look at it like, okay, you're on borrowed time no matter how well he's performing. You just have to treat it like, same thing with Sting. You don't have 10 years, you don't have another 5 years of Sting wrestling.
You'd be lucky to get 5 more months out of Sting wrestling.
Fam, if Sting decides that after Christmas he done, you gonna have to live with that.
Like, go ahead and get him the first inductee to the AEW Hall of Fame, because he gonna need that. Right. So he would be like the first inductee into like 2 different companies Hall of Fame. 3
Hall of Fames. No, first. Wasn't he the first member of TNA's Hall of Fame?
I believe, yeah.
So then now you're the first member of AEW's Hall of Fame?
Yeah. And you're in WWE's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but you weren't the first.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, you're the first, got you. But then you become the first 3-time Hall of Famer there too.
You are the first house in the cul-de-sac.
The neighborhood is built up around me.
Facts. I got the corner lot.
Don't make your house look like mine. Y'all house can look like each other's, but y'all house can't look like mine.
You can't be first, but you can be next.
This
car, bro.
So hold on. So Joe versus Punk, who ain't gonna win?
Joe.
I hate it for Joe too.
Joe, the undisputed king of television, is gonna take an L, but it won't matter because
he's still
the undisputed king of television,
and he's still the ROH World TV Champion too. Correct?
Oh, factual.
Yeah, there we go. No harm, no foul.
Now I did see some people online, and they kind of made a good point about this. that the real world championship should not have been brought into this, so people could just concentrate on the fact that it's the climax of a 20-year feud. I kind of agree. Putting the title up for grabs doesn't make me feel like Joe has a better chance to win. Actually, it makes me feel like he has a worse chance to win.
Now, if you wanted to think that Joe actually had a better chance of winning, he would have put up the television title. And that other title would have never come out the bag until after this match with Joe.
Here's some okay, I like what you said. Watch what I do here. What you could have is had Joe win in Wembley. You don't put the real world championship on the line. Maybe it could have been for the ROH TV title because you say something like Punk's never won it, something like that. I don't know all of ROH lineage, but something to that effect.
I would probably bet a toe that I didn't like on the fact that CM Punk has never won an ROH television title. And while you're talking, I'll pull it up to find out.
Cool. Put that on the line, and then Joe wins, or even if you have a disputed finish. But I would prefer for my story, Joe wins. Once Joe wins, comes back on Collision the next week. Well, actually, he can't come back on Collision the next week because by then it's time for no, you can't. You can. But semantics. Joe cut a promo afterwards. I want what's in the bag next week. and then you get Punk versus Joe in Chicago. Then you can do Real World Championship. Or he can finally pull the belt out of the bag, show what's in there, had we not already played that card. And then boom. Now we got motion. But,
How about this?
Y'all got it.
ROH World TV title was christened on March the 5th, 2010. There's no way CM Punk could have ever held the ROH TV title.
You would think someone would have known that. For a nominal fee.
Man. Soon to be.
A phenomenal fee.
And we mean soon.
Slice off some of this broken pencil knowledge and put it on your plate.
We like the kind of jingles, but prefer the kind that folds. Zell me mine. A la soir
Zell
burgundy.
me mine. Them shirts gonna be fired.
I need to have a QR code on them.
That's two.
No. We can say that. We can say that.
I don't think we can.
Oh man.
No, there's no.
Oh man. Let me. All right.
That's all right. I'm gonna make you start editing. That's all right.
Nah, that's light work. I got it. I got a flag. We good. As we continue on, we got two more matches to go through, and then we can take it to the house. For the World Trios Championships, finally, House of Black, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, Brody King versus the Acclaim, and now I can say this one, Badass Billy Gunn. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
His name.
Only because it's in his name. For this match only, apparently. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
House of Black.
You think?
The way this has been set up, for forever, for the entire life of AEW, we've always said two things. Well, said one thing. They keep the best secrets in all of professional wrestling right now.
Yes.
When they have a secret they're going to keep, they keep it. When they have a surprise, it stays a surprise until it's not a surprise anymore. The only time that logic does not follow through is when they're booking. They will give away a finish a month before the match starts. This, after you've taken Billy Gunn off TV in a retirement angle, and then the week of the pay-per-view, he decides to come back, they're winning.
Logic for the win. House of Black ain't gonna win.
Just saying,
we by the end of the night, we're gonna have your winners. AEW World Trios Champions and the Acclaimed and Badass Billy Gunn. And this will be the beginning of the final run of Billy Gunn.
I mean, at this point, if he's wrestling 6-man tag matches, is there really an expiration date on Billy Gunn?
I mean, look at Sting. Sting's been doing nothing but gimmick matches for the last 2 years. And albeit he's putting on great work, the matches overall, the gimmicks have been terrible.
Working 1, maybe 2 days a week, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why he would. His kids are grown. I don't know why he's gonna give up that check. He can bring his wife he can bring his wife to the arena with him if it's a case of being separated from the missus. Like, why are we giving money back?
Right, but then again, it's only 2 days away. Even if you're doing it like that.
Why are we giving away money?
All right, final match of the night for the AEW World Championship. Your champion MJF versus Adam Cole, baby. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Okay. If I'm just looking at this match and none of the things surrounding it, none of the booking decisions that we've personally made, none of the things we suggested that could or should happen with the World Championship, this is 100% set up for Max not to win.
However,
I don't like it. I don't like it. No, there's no however to this.
Oh, okay.
It's not set up for Max to win. Unless they are about to completely 52 fake out me to the ultimate degree. Like, if this is the greatest flea flicker in the history of professional wrestling, fine. I welcomed it. But this absolutely looks like Cole is finna try to turn on Max. Max ain't gonna win. What I would hope is that we take this one step further and we say, because Max is the devil's always one step ahead.
You're booking my match now, Suave.
And then there's a turn, and then Max actually catches Adam Cole slipping in the middle of trying to catch Max slipping, and boom, Max retains. This would be a fantastic place to bring Wardlow back.
You are so
this I say, man.
This is
where Wardlow would be perfect.
Here is my exact idea for this match, for this finish.
Okay.
Roddy Strong and who's his group from ROH that's with him?
Taven and Bennett.
The Kingdom. That's the name I was seeing about the Kingdom. Mm-hmm. The Kingdom. Roddy Strong caused Adam Cole to lose while trying to help him. Out to save Max is Wardlow. That's going to be somehow, some way, either ties into the finish or it ties into trying to set up an angle for Max's next challenger. But I don't think Wardlow needs to come out this Sunday. Honestly, I think Wardlow needs to come out at the end of All Out, not the end of end of All In, not the end of All Out. Am I saying that right? No, the end of All Out, not the end of All In. There we go.
So
y'all try this. Y'all try this at home. Y'all ain't got it like this. You don't have this.
You don't have this. The reason I say Wardlow at the end of All In is because you're gonna have to combat probably 4, maybe 5 people total. If Kyle O'Reilly's healthy, you're combating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he's not healthy and it's just the Kingdom, Roddy Strong and Adam Cole, baby, which I very strongly see becoming a thing, especially since the Undisputed Elite era, or whatever it was supposed to be, the Triad, the Tripod, what were they going to be named?
I think it was the Undisputed Elite.
Well, that was the whole clique when all of them were together, but like just the Undisputed Era, the AEW version. I forgot what the name was because they did a copyright.
It was UE too.
It was, but okay.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You with me? So, because there are that many people that are probably going to be involved in this main event, I just feel like if Max just had a rabbit in the hat, and the rabbit in the hat happened to be like 275 pounds, 6'5", I think that would be a good look. Like, Wardlow and Arn Anderson isn't doing anything. Arn's bringing his kid out and kind of walking him through the steps now. Like, there's not enough consistency in the booking to establish a relationship that the audience cares about. So at this point, Wardlow is just as good with Arn Anderson as he would be as a Mogul affiliate. He's become that interchangeable. So I really feel like at this point, the best place for him is back with Max. And then they can explain that their situation now. Wardlow can cut the promo and say, well, I see what it's like on the other side of this, and I see why Max did things the way he did. Because I didn't make any money dealing with, Tony Khan and his however you want to script it. And then you say, well, I'm back dealing with Max. We get into the money. We have a better understanding, however you want to phrase that. And then, we back to the money. And now you're really not going to get a chance to beat Max anytime soon.
Yeah, outside of the whole figuring out how to get Wardlow back into the picture, Adam Cole ain't going to win because we got to do something in Chicago a week later. You're not going to sell tickets with Punk versus Cole. Not in a week.
You're not?
Not in a week.
I mean, look.
And really not even a week. We're talking 3 days. We're talking from Dynamite to pay-per-view.
I didn't paint them in this corner. I don't have a paintbrush or I don't have any watercolors.
And therein lies the problems that they're painting into a corner. And then you still
they have set up some dope matches for All Out. It's almost like All Out is the Collision pay-per-view. September,
October, November, December, bidding war of 2024. Suave, we have done, who ain't gonna win for All In. We have All Out next week. We also have Payback, WWE Payback next week as well. So we got 2 more of these to do. So
you can't mix the two. People don't like when you do that. You can't mix Stanford and Jacksonville. They don't like that. You can't do that.
Not at all. But that's why we're going to have separate ones. Until then, take us to the house.
Pencil pushers, like, rate, share, subscribe. Heads up, pencils down. Straight like that.
That was weird.
Very. I don't know what you were doing.
I was holding the belt up.
Is that what you were doing? I thought you were trying to figure it out.
Nah.
Recording stopped.
Oh, snap.